Oh, hi. Hello, lovely people. It's me, it's Maddie. Today is very exciting because I'm finally getting around to editing the long-awaited giant painting that I worked on this whole entire summer. I started it like at the beginning of May and I finished it late July. So it took me about 3 months, and this is like the biggest piece. Like, I'm staring at it right now. I see her, she's hung up. This is like the biggest, most complicated, most stressful, most battle. I had a mental battle painting this painting, and it was just so many emotions. It was a very, very roller coaster journey painting this, but I love it. I love how it turned out, and I hope that you enjoy watching the process of it. And if not, what can we do? What can we do? You know? But yeah, let's just get into it because we have a long journey ahead of us and I don't want to waste much time. So enjoy the ride, guys. As you see, here's my collection of canvases just piled up. And here's Pudos. Say hi, Pudos. Oh, damn. Those are some good head scratches, huh? Oh, yeah. But here is the big boy. Ooh. Gallery style edges, nailed dry stretcher bars, triple primed with acid free acrylic gesso for oils and acrylics. That's nice. Damn, no wonder this shit was so expensive. They used a whole bottle of gesso for me already. Oh, dude. This shit is huge. You can't even fit into frame. I don't think I understand what I'm getting myself into. This thing is half my size. And I'm about to put a detailed ass painting on this shit. I'm excited. I'm excited. So, this is the best setup that I can find for now. I might have to reorganize my room for a little while working on this painting because I don't know how to work on an easel, honestly. All I've ever worked on is my lap and a desk. I think I'm gonna leave it on the ground like this while I sketch it out and figure out proportions. And then once we do that, we can get on the base layers and shit. Yeah, let's just get this baby going. Yeah. This is my first time recording myself through my headphones to see if the voiceover audio is good, is better than, you know, normal. So ASMR. Hi guys, it's voiceover Maddie. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. I'm being very professional. I have a whole list of notes of things I want to talk about while I paint. I know. Starting out, literally I have started with a red pencil sketch, then with charcoal. As you can see, that's exactly what I did. I decided to go over the whole entire sketch. What am I saying? I decided to start the canvas with a sketch. I try to use my long ass ruler to, you know, be accurate, try to be mathematical to my best ability. If it wasn't for COVID, I would have failed my high school math, so we can't rely on my skills that much. But I went in with the red pencil first, and then I went in with my mechanical charcoal pencil to, you know, define things, define features, to try to figure out what I really liked in the drawing. Although you will see, she's kind of ugly. Okay, so I finished the sketch, and something about her looks so weird. I don't know if I made the hair too big, or her face is too long, or what. But I feel like it's one of those things that I can figure out in the painting process, because that's what I usually do. Spoiler alert, this is editor Maddie. This is when things started going to shit, honestly. Like, trying to fix things in the painting process just made everything more chaotic. I don't know what I was thinking at this point. Oh my god.
I feel like I'm just used to drawing eyes bigger, but also I feel like it's her forehead. Like, to her nose. Like, maybe her face isn't going out. Like, it's all staying the same. Maybe it needs to, like, go up a little bit. Maybe that's the problem. I'm not quite sure. And I feel like her head just looks too big to compare to his head. But then I measured it, and they're both the same. But maybe they're different in width. That's like 5 inches. And this 5. No, it's the exact same. 7.5. 7.5. So yeah, actually, her head would probably be like stopping right here. So maybe her hair is too big is the problem. Or maybe it's lifted up too much. I have no idea what is wrong with it, but something is off.
As I've been editing this video and like looking at myself looking at this drawing, I just don't understand how it didn't click for me, how janky this sketch was. Because there's so many proportions that are not existing and not cooperating with each other.
But the sketch is done. All we have to do now is I'm gonna coat the whole entire canvas with like a base color, and then I'm gonna block out colors, and we'll go from there. Very, very excited.
2 seconds later.
Okay, so I've been staring at this for a hot minute and comparing it to the original sketch because I love everything about the original sketch proportions. And I've discovered that he is not leaning his head in as much as he is in this sketch, and then she needs to lift her head up a little bit. I feel like... what do I feel like? I feel like he might be okay the way he is right now. I just need to adjust her a little bit, but I can do that through the paint, I believe. At least I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt to do that. But it's like, do you see the difference? Like, I like the intimacy right here. I feel like it's not as intimate, which that might be what the painting needs, though. It's not, like, the intimacy is there, but it's not quite what it is because he's stabbing her. Yeah. And adjustments can be made later on. I feel like the sketch is good for what it is, and I can just adjust later at this point. So, base color time. So I put on the base coat of the last, what am I saying? Put on the base coat of the first color so far. I'm still trying to decide if I should make this the same background color for now or if I should make it greens, but since I'm not really worried about that right now, I might just have it blue as well.
so that way everything's contrast. But then it's like I have the mountain and it needs to keep on going down, so maybe it should be, everything down here should be like a grayish color. So that's something to think about. And then I realized why these look wonky. I haven't drawn the back of his head. So I need to draw the back of his head because that is obviously the reason why he looks so weird, I feel. And then, yeah, we're gonna make our dress green. He's gonna be in purples. Sword, hair, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
My personal favorite part and the most therapeutic part of painting to me is definitely mixing colors. I just love, 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 love mixing paint colors. I have so much fun doing it. Just like being able to figure out like how colors work and then like succeeding at color matching. I just feel so powerful whenever I do that shit. And it has to be my favorite part of the process for sure. And with this painting specifically, I feel like it was definitely like it really helped me understand colors because I was having such a hard time with this color palette. Like I usually go for more colorful paintings. If you have like watched my other videos, you would know that like I'm a very colorful gal, and I don't know what made me decide to go for like a more grungy dark color palette, but I'm glad I was able to challenge myself, and it's still overall colorful. Like I was able to capture, you know, colorfulness but dark and moody at the same time, which you don't see that in this video. Spoiler alert. There's another spoiler alert. I struggle a lot in this video with colors, but the end result, like, chef's kiss and little applauds to me on how I succeeded in that.
I had a jar of this paint color right here. I had so much of it left, but now I can't find it because my painting section is a complete mess. And I know this should be a sign from the universe saying, hey Maddie, clean up your space so that way you can work in it. I say no. I can find shit on my own like I just did as I'm speaking. So no, universe, I will not clean my room. I win again.
So I've only been like taking painting seriously for like the past like 2 years, I'd say, and I've slowly but surely have been learning like my personal technique on painting, and I've found that I like to block out colors first. As you see, this is what was happening right now. I'm trying to block out where I want highlights to be or where I want shadows to be, and I'm just trying to figure out the painting as I go because I didn't really have a color plan or lighting plan going into this. This whole entire thing is winged. Like, I just winged it, which was not the best idea. Like, looking back, I struggled so hard because I barely planned anything in this painting. I just wanted to do it. So, like, I struggled a lot because of that, but it was part of the learning process, you know?
Ignore the background. Everything in my life is a mess at the moment. And yeah, I'm looking at the painting, which is like right there in front of me. And yeah, it's a lot. Like, I want a lot of detail into this shit, and this is probably going to be the most detailed and largest painting I've ever done. And yeah, I'm not really sure if the motion is getting across the way I want it to. I guess we'll see over time if it does. But I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's like you're so scared to put in so much effort into something if it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. But it's also like, that's the challenge. I'm not doing this for the outcome. I'm doing this for the challenge. So I have to look at it that way. And I think this will be a fun challenge. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with my comfort spot and do little splatter stars in the background. And then I guess carve out the mountain at the top and midsection of the painting. I'm not sure if I want the mountain to go all the way down, like below the terrace area, because that would just be boring. It might be like greens to like show that like there's land. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, one step at a time. Let's not overwhelm ourselves. Let's not do that. Let's just get going. It's literally like 1 in the morning right now, but I took a picture of this painting and reversed it just to like see what was wrong, because something was obviously wrong and I just could not tell. It turned out my proportions were so freaking whack. So as you see with the yellow sketchy lines, I have adjusted many things, and I'm going to step away from it tonight to see if it needs any more adjusting. But I feel like what I've done has helped a lot so far, because his arm was so freaking big and her waist was so freaking tiny, and his head was so small compared to hers. So as you see, I like upscaled his head. I moved his facial features up a little bit to help scale up his head, and then carved out his arm a bit. I made her hand bigger because her head's so big, so her hand needs to be bigger. Lifted up her boobs because her neck was too long. Widened out her little skinny arms, widened out his little skinny waist and her skinny waist. And yeah, I feel like this will definitely improve the wacky proportions. I'm gonna like go in with color tomorrow to adjust it to see if it actually did something. So yeah, actually looking at it now, I feel like his neck might be too small still, so I might fix that before I go to sleep. But yeah, good night, people. See you tomorrow, probably. I don't know, the next day. So it has been, hello. How are you? Do you want me to open up the door so that way you can smell the outside? Is that what's happening here? Okay. It's been a couple of days since I've touched this painting, and honestly, I just hate it. I'm fighting every body muscle in my body to just go with a paintbrush all over it. Cause like I've already put like 3 hours of work into this shit, and I'm like, where do we go from here? I feel like I figured out the problem. Her head's just too high up. But it's like we've already put in so much work to put her head here. The thought of just putting it down now does not seem appealing. But it's like, no natural head is like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to do collarbones from the side, so that's why I have the necklace there. There's a lot of cheating I'm trying to do with this painting, and the universe does not want me to cheat, and it looks so weird. I don't know. And I don't think I want to do natural skin color. Like, it's just not who I am. And I should stop fighting who I am and just make her pink. I just need to turn her pink and I think I'll be okay. And he needs to like be blue or something. And I think it will match. But I still like, there's another thing. I want to keep challenging myself with the color palette I've chosen, and I want to stay in that color palette. It's hopeless right now. The only thing I'm liking is the hair. And it looks like fire. It's beautiful. But everything else is meh. And I don't know what to do. So, let's make some colors.
I've been looking through the dark academia color palettes on the Google, and the more I stare at it, and the more I just hate the color palette. It's too gloomy. And I found this light academia, and it's like kind of the same melancholy feeling that I'm going for, but they have pink. So as long as I'm staying in the academia, I feel like I should be good. And look here. This one has pink and light blue. I don't know. I just hate working in browns. I'm sorry.
I feel like the only way to fix this is to stop fighting the chaos that is happening to it and go with it and make it more chaotic. I mean, I can always cover it up if I hate it again. There's literally already 50 layers on this shit. We can just make it a textured painting at the end of the day if we need to. Here's the color palette so far, by the way. I love, so yummy looking. But before I back out of this, I'm like, maybe I should try to challenge myself again. In order to motivate myself to actually get through to this painting and make progress, I have to change something to make me like it again. So, dang, this brush is all clumpy.
As you can tell, I was very unhinged that night.
No going back now for the meantime.
Looking back now, I honestly don't know what came over me that night to decide to give her a pink face. The world will never know.
I impulsively added an ear without even thinking of where ear goes on the human body. As we observe, ear goes along the lines of my eye and is like at my jaw. Her the top of her ears and the bottom of her ears. It needs to go. This is where it needs to be the top. I just ruined the painting even further. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You win some, you lose some, you know? This shit is like frosting, bruh. It looks so fucking yummy. I just want to lick it. Do you ever crave paint? I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I don't know. I just feel like this would be like a really good texture in your mouth. This makes me crave an ice cream from Sonic. The M&M Blast. I feel like this is the same texture. Oh no, this is the same texture as like the ice creams from McDonald's. I'm craving something sweet now. God.
If you couldn't already tell, I was very, very, very unhinged that night. I don't know what came over me. I was just in full chaos mode and I just didn't know what to do, so I did the only thing I knew what to do, and that was to just, you know.
Oh well. Oh well. I promise I'm a good artist, okay? I swear. I swear. Look at my other work. But you may be asking yourself, like, why doesn't she just get a reference picture? Why is she just trying to do this all from her mind when she obviously is struggling and cannot do it from her mind? The answer is, I don't know. She's an idiot, as you can see. But honestly, I feel like that's part of the challenge, though, is... Never mind. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify my bad choices. But you don't need to justify them. You could just, like, own up and admit defeat and get a reference picture. Like, how do profiles work? I don't fucking know what this is.
Yeah, it got worse. It got so much worse before it got better, guys. But I will say, me doing this did help me figure proportions out a little bit more, just a little bit more, a little understanding to what was happening. But as you can see, I had no idea what was happening.
I think I made it worse. I don't know what to do. It's for another day. It's for future Maddie to worry about. So I'm not gonna look at this as like a full-on failure because it did help me figure out things that were wrong with it, which was the hair with the ear. It's more realistic this way, and helped me figuring out that the darker color should stay in the back and the lighter color should be in the front. So therefore he's gonna have a darker skin tone and palette and darker hair, and she's gonna have the lighterish hair and skin, which these colors, these set colors that I picked out are not gonna work because they just like are too, no thank you, they're just like, they're too happy, and this is like a very moody painting, and the happiness is clashing with the moodiness, and I decided I do need to challenge myself and try to do normal skin colors. I am going through it, like I don't know what I'm doing. It's been stressful as fuck. So I think I might move on to the pillars. Pillars need some love. They're very non-pillary looking right now. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. I keep telling myself, Maddie, just like go lay down, you're sleepy, go read your book. But it's like, I'm in a battle right now. I am freaking fighting this painting and I am determined to win. Ain't that right, Pluto? Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. The video is too long. I'm stopping it here. Part 2 will be out next week, so stay tuned for that because it does get better, I promise you. Here's a little sneak peek of the future. Peace out, babies. I love you. Have an amazing day. Mwah. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been like over a month since I've touched this.
And her ears